For lesson 10, all I'm going to do is remind you that circumference and area of circles would be used. And in a lot of these activities, you're going to have to tell whether you're going to use the circumference or the area of a circle. Remember, with circumference, you're going to need to know the diameter. For the area, you're going to have to know the radius. So you're going to have to be able to switch through these. On this card sort, you're putting them in two groups, basically on what would you use. It says your teacher will assign you one to examine more closely what information. You pick one. You decide which piece of information you're going to need for that. Now, right here is where I want to spend the majority of my time right here on this screencast. It says, how many feet traveled by the person? Well, if you see this person right here, they're on the outside. So around this circle, that's going to be the circumference. So you have to choose which one of these people is correct as far as determining which one is the circumference. Claire says you need the radius of the merry-go-round. It's 4 feet, so the distance around is about 8 pi. Well, she's correct because 2 radii makes a diameter. Andre says the diameter is about 4 feet, and so the distance around the edge is 4 feet. If you think about these old-timey merry-go-rounds, 4 feet is not a big merry-go-round. So his estimation of 4 feet for the diameter might be a little off. On number 2, how much room is there to spread frosting on the cookie? Well, that's the area, because you want all the area on the top of that cookie to be covered. Okay. Claire says the radius of the cookie is about 3 centimeters, so the space for frosting is about 6 pi centimeters squared. Well, Claire's mistake is she doubled that to get the diameter. And remember, for area, you're going to need pi times radius squared. All right. So Andre says the diameter of the cookie is about 3 inches, so the space for frosting is this. Well, if we cut this in half, we have 1.5 times 1.5, which is this. Andre is going to be the correct person here. So how far does the unicycle move when it makes 5 full rotations? Once again, that's going back to circumference. So you're going to need the diameter, and you're going to have to manipulate these numbers for what you need. So the summary. What is circumference? Circumference is the distance around the outside of the circle. What is the area of a circle? That's the amount of space on the inside. We said in class that it's the number of square units that it takes to cover that. You're going to be having a test real soon. You need to know the definitions for circumference, and you need to know the definition of area as well as the formulas for both. For circumference, circumference is equal to pi times diameter. For area, it's equal to pi times radius, or pi times radius squared. You're going to need to be responsible for knowing when you use which.